Hey there. We're going to learn how to convert our opportunity into a project. So now that we've done all of the work, gathering the details, creating the estimate, getting that sent out to the client for approval, we can now move that information over into a project. I'm going to be using my Ren Death Star opportunity as an example here to show you what exact information carries over to that project and what you're able to still access afterwards. So to start, you can click on the opportunity. And then here in the stage, I'm going to move this over to 1 because this opportunity and estimate are now approved. I can really quickly and easily check to make sure that my estimate is approved by clicking here on the estimate and seeing that there is an approval. Additionally, because I'm the owner of this estimate, I will also get that as an approval here in my notifications. Now, once I'm ready, I can either use Convert to Project here on the details screen, or I can use the Convert to Project here in the estimate, or even here. If this doesn't say Convert to Project, you can use the ellipsis menu and use Convert to Project as well. I'm going to use the details screen and click on Convert to Project. And when I do this, it's going to come up with a Create Project modal. So these boxes that kind of pop up out of the page are called modals. And here is where I can adjust or change information. So if I had multiple different versions and I didn't want to use the approved one, I wanted to use a later version, I could instead choose that. I could convert it without an estimate, but typically what it'll do is it will default to the most current approved version or the most current approved published version. So if you see that it defaults to convert without estimate, it could be that all of your estimates here are in draft status. So you just want to double check this before you go ahead and create the project so that you're sure that the estimate information will come over. You can then rename the project. You can add in the project address. This will come over with the job address for you, but since I didn't add one in here, it's not going to add it for me. It will carry over the project type that you entered here. And then down here is where you'll be able to add in things like your non-working days. So I don't work Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to uncheck those to be able to carry them over to that project. Finally, like any project, you're able to pull information from a different template or any of your active projects currently. We'll just pull some information from here. Now, when you do this, if you've ever created a project before, you'll notice that budget and selections are grayed out. And the reason they're grayed out here is because those budget and selection items actually come from the estimate right here. So essentially what you're doing is you're negating the estimate or budget from your original template or project in lieu of using this particular estimate right here. Finally, you can change any of the start dates on the project. So maybe this one is actually meant to start on the 9th. I can change that and it will change any of the schedule or tasks to restart on that particular date for me. Finally, when I'm ready, I'll just click on Create Project and you'll get a screen that says Hang tight, we're setting up your project for you. And then it will load exactly like this. So all of my information from my other project did come over. I have my tasks. I have any of that type of information. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is that I can really quickly and easily view the opportunity at any point in time by clicking on View Opportunity from the project. And then if I needed to, I could go back to the project. So this is really nice if you have information in here like notes that you want to transfer over. Notes, things like notes, tasks, and pieces of the estimate like the scope of work, as well as the contract payment schedule. Those are not designed to come over to the project. They essentially live here in the opportunity and you can really quickly and easily go back to those and review them. One of my biggest tips that I will tell you is as far as opportunities go, I would always, always, always really quickly grab a PDF version of this approval. And the reason being is because you might have somebody come in here who accidentally makes another version after this one is approved. And if that happens, you'll lose access to this approved version, so you won't be able to pull out any of this signed information again. So what I would say is once you have a version approved of your estimate, download it as a signed PDF. Depending on if you have Google Chrome, it will go up into your downloads. And then that way, when you want to, you can actually go to the project and add it to the files section. Now, the things that do come over from the opportunity are going to be your attachments as well as the estimates body. So this type of information right here is going to come over to the project. And you'll be able to see those files here in the opportunity attachments. You can also upload a file here, so I can create a folder and put an estimate. I can create that. And then I can actually upload that particular estimate to here. I think it was this one. Yep, perfect. That way I have a signed PDF version of the estimate that I can review at any point in time by looking at my files. Finally, the information that comes over from the estimate is going to be anything for your budget. So as you can see, this is my entire estimate that I had in there, including my management fee, my tax fee that I was using, and any of like the information. So if I had any particular information as far as like descriptions or anything here, that would have also come over. Again, things that don't come over are going to be your opportunity tasks. And that's again because opportunity tasks are not project tasks. They're not designed to be project tasks. And we don't carry that information over because they're not really meant to be worked on in the project. Those opportunity tasks are for the opportunity only. Additionally, things like the opportunity notes don't come over, but you can always click here to add a project note and literally just click on view opportunity to copy and paste that information here. Now, if for some reason you accidentally converted over an estimate or converted over an opportunity without an estimate, so you go to the project, you click on the financials, and there's no information there. The best scenario or course of action to do is to really quickly reconvert this. So what you'll want to do is click on your settings. And within the project, you're able to add or adjust your opportunity. So I can really quickly and easily click on this little X mark. And when I do that, that is going to essentially remove the opportunity from me. So now I can reload the page and you'll notice that that view opportunity has gone here. And that's a really easy way for me to disconnect the opportunity so that I can then go back into it, click on it, and now I see this convert to project button here again, as well as in the estimate. And I can click on convert to project, and I can essentially create a brand new project with this estimate information using that other project as a template. So we'll do Ren Death Star final. I'd like to change the name just so I don't have multiple of the same project or opportunity hanging out. I'll make sure I carry over the estimate this time. And then of course, I'll be able to choose that particular project from here and carry over the information. So I don't have to change any of the dates or anything like that because I've already done that. So now I can create a brand new project and that estimate information will come over here to the project as soon as it's done loading. So now that it's loaded, I'll be able to see that I have the opportunity on this new project. I'll be able to see that I've carried over the same task from the other project. I'll be able to see that I have the same financial information in as was in the estimate in this new project. And if I want to, I can really quickly go back to all of my projects, click on last updated, and then delete this Ren Death Star project that I used as a template for this new one. And that's how you carry over or convert opportunities into projects. But if you ever get stuck or you have any questions, feel free to click on that question mark help icon and you can jump into our real-time chat where any of us can help you. Happy building.